in the last part, I covered Super Oreo and Super Elvis 5, the attack of the Shrink Man. A Shrink Man was created, or King Cat and Shorty swap bodies. The Super Pets really didn't do anything but one frame of them being them up the Shrink Monster, and the Shrink Monster was easily dealt with. And really no character development whatsoever. In this book, we discover how Kyle as a kid fucked up and got really lazy with this book as he messed up and forgot versions of this book and ended up having covers for at least count it, 4 books. So here we go, the first one. This is the first book. The reason why I know it's the first one because the cover is the same as it was in the end of the 5th book, which I always used to advertise. It looks better here, but it's not colored in, which could be a saving grace. You guys can see it better sometimes. The coloring is so bad. Like, look how bad my coloring was. Super Oreo, Super Elvis 6, and the Blankets Part 1, Super Catters, apparently. The Blankets are getting beat up, but they're all gangbang. And then there's this by me. The Kyle book logo, the seal quality. The Kyle books, seal quality. As we all know. Oh, this is going to be hard to see, but whatever. Sometime what the fuck? I hate this. Since the last book, there was more monsters because of monsters. Ow! I think that's Frank Tyler. I don't know because it's not colored in. The shop where are we being? What the fuck? God, I couldn't spell. So the ran in upstairs. What? He turned on them. So I don't know. They're just running away from blanket monsters. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying there. So Frank Tyler becomes Santa Claus, and apparently the monsters are big. He puts a disguise on, I think. They went that way. And they say, okay, that's close, but not for long. So he puts this guy's on. It looks like Santa Claus. It didn't fucking work. So they beat him up. The blanket monsters are apparently big, but they're not really big at all either. So I don't know why they're big. They just beat him up. They're bigger than him now. Flipperama Part 1. I'm gonna hit you, says the blanket monster. He's supposed to be green, by the way. The blanket monster. We didn't catch last book. So there we go. He's gonna throw him to the ground. Ugh! This one's gonna stomp him on his ass. Literally, he's stomping his ass. Like I said in the last book video, Frank Tyler just gives a shit beating at him all the time. I did not like that character. It's often like that. That you thought you could trick us, he says. There's some beams come in or something like that. I don't even understand it. So he gets zapped, he's getting hit. And somehow these beams hit King Cat and Shorty. And they get cut in half. And they're like, yes. I don't know where the fucking beams came from. And they're like, they get shrunk again, apparently. So he put them in jail. So now they're shrunk and they're put back in the jail. Why am I repeating the same storyline from the last part? Why are the Rays there? And why is Sonic over there? So, since I'm lazy, so the Blankets hoarded them, picked them off one by one, basically. They caught him in the Zoom, I guess. I don't know what's going on there. Someone's running around. All except Oreo and Elvis were left. So I got lazy this book. I did not like this book, one, because I had like, no ideas for it. Even though the 5th book sucked, this one I hated it. So I had no ideas. I had just use up the other ones. So Elvis stopped and put the back together thing 2000. Click. And Oreo and Elvis zapped each other because they couldn't beat him. The other ones couldn't beat these blankets, which I don't understand. I thought this is kind of stupid. At first I thought the blankets were cool. I used to draw images, but during the part where I thought, oh, these blankets suck, actually. I actually did not like the blanket monsters. I was lying. At one part I thought they were cool. I did not like them. I was like, well, I need a cool villain. I don't know what he's saying there. So this is why this book's probably one of the worst ones. And why I scrapped this one immediately. Mostly because I forgot about it. I thought I just lost it when I was a kid. And that's why we're going to see the other ones. But this one, here it is. So Oreo and Elvis got fused together, and this is Orvis. Yes, this is what I came up with. And I think immediately after I did this, I thought this is the worst idea I ever did. It's so dumb. So this is what they do, because there's two of them. Well, they combine their strengths together. So punch 2 times. They punch. Elvis punches. He has 2 fists now. Kick 2 times. So zap. Which will we do, Oreo? So they zapped her back. You're a foot away. Ho, go for overs. Now, nothing bad could happen. Yeah. The end. So they free everybody, I guess. They can enter the cage. I don't know. Nothing bad happens again. So, yeah. What happened there is I did this pretty much half-assed. I wanted to work on it, but I was like, oh, I did not like it. I had no ideas. I was like, I scrapped it. I forgot it existed for a while. And then I thought, okay, I had the real 6. I did find it again, and not that long, years later. But then I decided, but during that, since I forgot about it and didn't like it, I wanted to redo it. So here's the first one. Super Oreo and Super Elvis 6 and the attack of the Halloween blankets. Now it's a Halloween theme. Okay, so this one I was like, okay, I had a Christmas one, let's do a Halloween one. And you can guess, if you couldn't guess at the time, I still didn't care for the blankets at all. So this time I just wanted a Halloween theme. And I had a little thing, but I think it was the other time I was doing other books. So at the same time, I immediately stopped after 1 page. Yeah, there's only 1 page of this one. Super Oreo and Super Elvis were getting ready for the Halloween. This one's actually done later because I can tell my spelling's better, so those my art look a little bit better. But this is notebook papers. I actually found this like a year ago. Like, oh my god, I didn't even know. I remember I did this one. I thought the Halloween thing was a way to go, I guess, for like 1 day, and I stopped it. We're getting ready for the Halloween. They haven't seen the big bad blankets, and King Cat was their enemy again. So yeah, I made it so that King Cat's their enemy because that made no sense, I guess. It's just some stuff that made sense here. So Oreo, he's in an Oreo costume, of course. He's like, nice costume, Elvis. Thanks, he's a hot dog. And Eva is saying, what? Who's a piece of cake. We got to go to the Halloween party. Run, they say. Hey, guys. They hit Frankenthaler, who's Harry Potter. Like my costume? He's just too hard. I have no idea what this costume was going to apply. They're just going to go to a Halloween party, and King Cat's probably going to invade them with blankets. So, canonically, I guess this is still canon. The other 6th book, technically, the first book is still technically kind of canon because it follows up the 5th book. Nothing contradicts it really. So we're going to the 6th book that actually was colored and completed. Kind of. It feels like I'm missing pages on this one, but I did this one like later. This is Super Oreo and Super Elvis are their 6 eyeballs. So I thought, I need to fix this blanket monster by making a new design. And I'll say the new design's much better. He actually looks more threatening. I gave him 6 eyeballs for the 6th book. I gave him a King Cat symbol. But I want to talk about this guy. This guy, quickly after designing him, became my favorite character in the franchise. And if you couldn't tell, yes, he's a Republic Metal Sonic. And then there's an iguana there. And we'll get to that later. And there's Shorty down there. I like this book a lot. That was the best one. But I think I'm missing a page, though. So let's just read it. More monsters. Oh, it's just one. So he gets zapped by King Cat, I think. This happens, they come, my thing is that they come back from the last, the Halloween one doesn't even make any matter because it's not even finished. But the first 6th book, they just come back and King Cat, he's like, I'm a villain, guys. You go screw yourself. And Shorty's spying on them. Is that 6 eyeballs? Yes, I had to count it out. Yes, Elvis. Elvis is supposed to be retarded. I didn't like the character of Guinness at all, really. I didn't feel like it was necessary. I only put him in there because I thought, oh, I need to add this character now. I guess I can. So he gets shot randomly. I wanted to kill him off, but I did so anticlimactically. It's even on screen. Bam. Oh. Hey, Oreo. Wow. So now there's. I had a bunch of ideas, but I kind of rushed this, or maybe I was missing pages. I'm obviously not missing panels here because it's the same page, but I don't know what's even going on. Let's destroy the monster, says Oreo, who's prepping a bunch of lights, I guess, but King Candy. I guess there's a bunch of guns and traps all of a sudden. Even though it's supposed to be in the woods, I think. Zoom. Oreo is. What? Oreo, is that you, I think? So there's a bunch of pellets there. And it's not Oreo. He's like, you must die to Oreo. He hits him against the wall. I think Garrett is a good. He's kind of a shit character, and also since I was a kid, I didn't have that great writing credibility, so I probably need less characters so I can focus on them more. Who are you? He's like, you. Ow. And you will need to die. He's edgy too. Hey. So I guess Frankentire picks him up. He's mad about that. Zoom. I'm not done yet. Though I'll be honest, what about Oreo is still my favorite character because at least he is the same person. He has the same personality as Melson. I'll be honest, but because of that, he's more interesting. He's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna kill you. I don't give a fuck. King Cat just sucks, but he's like, oh, he's gonna kill him. And he really just takes down Frankentire, which is pretty cool, I guess. And stay down. Boom. I know now. He sees the logo on his back. King Cat, this King Cat logo. Wow, that was a close one. He gets, because Frankentire gets zapped, he turns to an iguana, which is based off one of my webkins. Not really one of mine. It's one of mine now, but it was my brother's webkin. No idea why I turned him into iguana. I thought it was funny. Ha! He is an iguana. Ha ha! He gets hit in the face. Ow! Now you feel the power of the hamster. So I kind of like this, even though there's not much going on. At least I feel like it had more. This one has more going on in the last book I was reading. They have more character at least, so that's funny. She gets hit with a hamster ball. This is a random page on the back page. It's like, I don't know why I did this. Who could this be? Oreo plus robot equals robot Oreo. And the blanket monster was grabbing, but this is literally the last page. I don't have another page. If that seems anticlimactic, that's because it is. There is no other page. Yeah. The 6-sided blanket was Campfire by Buddy. A job's well done to the Super Pets. And I don't know what happened. I forget. I'm pretty sure I'm missing a page. I have no idea what happened to it. So I guess he beat the blanket monster off screen. And now Robot Oreo's getting pulled off by the cops. Elvis is a wiener dog, is what he says. And he's like, I am. And Shorty was there. So Shorty is just spying on them because she wants to date Oreo. Now, this is the only time I was ever set up. I planned on doing this the whole book series, and this is the first time I mentioned it. So yeah, that was the end for Super Oreo for a while. Though I said the fourth one, this is the third one. Well, this is technically the finalized version of a one-page cover, which you'll see when I flip it. But I have coming soon Kyle Book Chronicles and Brian Watermelon 2 and Super Oreo and Super Elvis 7, The Wedding, which we'll go into next part. But before we look at that, we are going to see Super Oreo and Super Elvis 6, Caddy Invasion. So I was going to have all the villains reappear, and this was the first ever appearance of Robot Oreo. I'm not sure if this was just like a thing I wanted to do with all the, there's a rip sign. I think that's for Guinness. This is a beta. I think I forgot this cover when I was doing the finalized book. But yeah, this is when I was remembered I needed like a new villain Like the blankets are not even here though. This could be the next original 7 book or something like that. But it looks older than the other one, and the fact that Robot Oreo here is kind of thinks is in like the beta for the finalized 6. Yeah, so here the next time we'll look at Super Oreo 7, The Wedding, which has 3 versions. This beta version, this unfinished version, which is the last Super Oreo thing ever, really, except for this remake that I was going to do. And finally, you get to see the finalized Super Oreo 7, which I did last year. So stay tuned for that. I am excited.